I'm getting ready to record. Hi everyone and welcome to my new platform and streaming. This is David Lucas. Right now I happen to be in Krabi, Thailand. So a lot of my friends know my wife and I, we're both bloggers and we're traveling the world. We're set out to travel for the next few years. I set up this platform because I'm really into politics. I'm really into a lot of the things that are going on, and I like having these conversations with my friends and my buddies, and we argue sometimes politely and sometimes not so politely. We talk about a lot of things that's going on in the news, and we talk about a lot of the mainstream ideas and not so mainstream ideas, some of the controversial things that are going on. And this is my first time streaming live as far as doing this type of thing, as far as putting out some political ideas, some throwing out some things out there and asking back for some responses from my friends, and not just my friends, but anybody's interested. There's a lot that's going on in the media, a lot that's going on in the news, not just in the United States, but around the world. A lot of these things that for many years we didn't really feel connected to in our community. We didn't feel like engaging with it because we felt like it was either over our heads or out of our reach, and now we see that we're constantly being berated on television and on the internet about different things that are going on in our community. And right now I know that everyone is concerned about COVID-19. It's on everybody's minds, on everybody's hearts. It's really on my heart because a lot of us in our communities many times get taken advantage of, and because there's so much misinformation out there, people are doing really, really crazy things. So I'm going to just really get into it right now. We're going to talk about the president. The president of the United States right now, this last week, made indirectly or directly some suggestions that I definitely don't want people getting involved or taking his advice on, and that has to do with injecting themselves or drinking bleach of any kind or any kind of detergent. Unfortunately, that kind of information gets out there and people take it to heart, and they're looking for answers, they're looking for leadership, they're looking for guidance. I was like everyone else when Donald Trump became the president of the United States. I thought it was a horrendous idea. I didn't like anything about it, but also, it could have turned out that he could be the best president ever. So we had to step back after the Obamas left, and we had to step back and take a look at this thing and see which direction this guy was going to go into. And over the last 3 years plus, I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, is he a basket case? Is he a psycho? I'm not sure. Many people have taken the approach of, let's just let him do what he's going to do, but we have to run this country on our own and facilitate it and make sure everybody's safe. Well, in my opinion, and this is an opinion piece. This is my piece. This is my platform, so I can say what I want to say. In my opinion, I think the guy's an idiot. I really think that he's out for himself, out for his family, out for his friends. I really don't think he supports the poor, the middle class, most of the wealthy. He shrugs off everybody, attacks everybody, and if you're not in his line of thought, then or his line of thinking, then he really doesn't care about you. Now, that's one person, but it's come to my attention. I feel like his whole administration is this way. I feel like the guy is really attacking everyone, and now we're in a pandemic, and in our community, in the black community, and I don't speak for everybody in the black community, but I speak for myself and I speak for some of my friends. We feel like the leadership in Washington, D.C. is the worst we've ever seen. We feel like this guy's setting us up all to die. And now he's talking about, while this, now just to clarify, this last week, there's been in the count somewhere in the number of 65,000 deaths in the United States alone with this virus. That's serious. That's extreme. It's really, really serious. A lot of cities are on lockdown or encouraged to stay home. Schools are closed. Businesses are closed. But this president and his administration thinks it's wise to open the floodgates and let everybody go where they want, do what they want, not wear masks, not protect themselves. From the professional perspective of any kind of medical or research perspective, everyone in the world is saying this is a horrendous idea. This is the worst idea ever. And they go steam forward ahead on it, sending people out to the beaches, sending people out everywhere. And it's not that the beach in and of itself is a bad idea. It's just the social distancing is next to impossible. Next to impossible. And so while other countries are doing their very best, putting their very best foot forward, for some reason I feel like this president, this administration is doing the opposite. They're doing the exact opposite. And that means they're willing to sacrifice 300,000 lives, 350,000 lives. And that's just a projection. That's just a real life projection of what flattening the curve and not flattening the curve would do to a place like America, because America has 350 million people. Now, why do I say this? Why do I come with this in such a forward way? Okay, let's back up. First of all, I have a research background. My education is in biology. I know a few things about what it takes to bring down these numbers. Not just from what I've listened to and what I've read and what I've seen, but I've actually done clinical research, and I know some of these things are important. The main things that are important is right now social distancing. And social distancing, we know, will not save everyone from this disease. It just won't. Having a vaccine won't save everyone from this disease. And we're about a year away from any type of real vaccine. Okay, that's a given. Now, with what's going on right now, though, while these deaths are escalating in the United States, it's horrendous to hear that people are just going to try to take things back to normal. We are not in a normal situation. We're in a pandemic. And that in and of itself says that we should be staying home. We should be doing everything we can to protect our children, protect our families, our grandparents, our community. We should be doing everything we can to lower the number of deaths and not race into this thing without knowing. There's no cure for it. So we shouldn't be doing these types of things. Now, I have friends who say otherwise. I know people who think differently from how I perceive this. But also having a leader that suggests that people drink bleach or inject themselves with some dangerous chemicals is absurd. We deserve a better leader than that. And the only way we're going to get to that is to actively activate our own powers and start thinking about what we need to do next. We will get past COVID-19. I believe that. I believe that with all my heart. We'll get past this. This is a test, and I think we'll overcome it for sure. But I think beyond this, we need to be thinking about what we're going to do in our community when we want real information, when we want real solutions, when we want people to be thinking in our best interest. Who are we going to go to if we ourselves aren't creating that? I believe our community needs that. I believe that, I'm at an age now. When I was younger, who cares? I didn't think about any of these things, but now that I'm older, I think that we are the next leaders in our community. We have to be. And so because of that, that's why I created this platform, so that we can have these discussions. You don't have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with you. But we can think these things through, and we can solve solutions by putting the best minds together, coming up with things that work. And when we fail, we can say, you know what, that was the wrong road. We took the wrong road. We need to back up, and we need to go a different direction. But in America, that's the thing that's made our community great, is that people have gone beyond and they've found solutions. When we run into a wall, we figure out a way to either go through it, go over it, or go around it. We don't stay still and wait for somebody like the President of the United States to tell us to drink bleach. That's not a solution. That's never been a solution for our community. It will never be a solution for our community. And I want us to start engaging and having these conversations. If you're a church-going person, have the conversations in your church. If you're an attorney, have these conversations in your circles. If you're a business person, have these conversations in your circle. Bring back the best ideas, bring back the best information so that we can move our community forward in the days to come. And we can teach our young people how to engage with other people and different ideas. Okay. But my concern right now is that this particular disease, right now, the people who get this disease, it's being said that 40 to 50% of these people of the black community are dying. That's a large number of people. Of any disease or any kind of thing, that's a large number of people. That means if I were to go to the beach and bring this back to my family, there's the chance that 50%, if I were to get that disease and take it to my family, or take it to my friends, or take it to my church and bring it into my circle, 50% of the people, black people, that will get this disease from me would probably not make it. And that's huge. And so today, first I got to see if this thing is even working. I'm looking on here. I'm hoping that it's actually streaming the way it should. This is the first time I tried this, first time I put it out there. But today, as we move on and as I bring these conversations, and it won't always be about the president, and it won't always be about COVID-19. But as we have these discussions back and forth, and as we talk about these things, and we're streaming and we're having this conversation, because that's what I really want it to be. I want it to be a conversation. As we're having these conversations, okay, I would like it that we would be able to come up with solutions, okay? And I'm okay with fighting it out. We can fight it out if we have to. You don't have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with you. But only thing I ask is we be respectful of each other's beliefs, differences, community, perspective, vantage point, and that we have a real solution. I'll give you an example. I have a friend on Facebook. We talk about this stuff all the time, and he comes back with just calling people names. I won't allow that, because that's not a conversation. you're calling somebody a name. That doesn't add to the conversation. You're not using your brain when you're saying that. Don't call somebody a name. I expect conversation. I expect intelligence. If you don't have anything intelligent to say on my channel, keep your mouth closed. That's all I say. Because it's my platform, so I make the rules. And that's rule number one. You don't have anything said important to say. You don't have anything valid to add to the conversation. Get off my channel. That's my rule. Rule number two is refer to rule number one. That's it. I just want to open it up for conversations. There again, my name's David Lucas. Right now I'm in Krabi, Thailand. I'm not in the United States, but the things I'm seeing, it has made me or inspired me to bring this stream forward. I'm not sure how often I'll do it, but I'm thinking that it's something worth doing, and we'll continue to have this conversation. Invite your friends. I'm easy to find. Have a great day.